I proved that years of working with pancreatic cancer cases that lost all digestion. So you would want to use that instead of digestive enzymes. I mean, if you're just down and out, you combined your foods wrong, you're bloated, you feel pain in the gut, take a digestive enzyme. Other than that, get to the raw foods, get to the fruits, super chew your foods. If you have problems with amylase and tylen in the pancreas, chew it here. Super chew in your mouth, digest here while you're working on your pancreas. Get away from proteins, get away from all the complex foods and use the simple, easy to digest foods and give your body a break and let the body clean itself, restore itself. And that's why I love fruits, berries, and melons. And the herbs, they come in. You've got the most powerful team available to you. And we do have the glandulars, like it or not like it. I like them. But in a clinical setting, if we weren't as advanced as a race and down the deterioration road of health, then no. Let me see here. My calf muscles ache. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's your kidneys, honey. You keep working it, keep working it. You're doing a great job. You keep going. And you get your joy back, sweetheart. You know, pain has a way of taking joy out of the human body. It's you know, it does. You've got to get your joy back. All of you get your joy and be happy with yourselves. What I see from what you guys are asking me and your comments, you're all just a joy. You're all great. You're all beautiful souls. I mean, I love every one of you. Just from what I hear you asking me and talking to me like this, I really think you're all just incredible. So keep it up. Keep working yourself toward God and your higher. No, I don't want to say it in that way because it conjures up bad things, or separation anyway. Let's see here, my friend. Baylor's 1069. A question: do you think everyone has some sort of divine work that they should do on earth? I do, and I think those of you that are watching this are going to make incredible healers, because we have we have a lot of work to do on the planet. But the light givers, I see you all as the light givers. You're bringing light into the human element here, and through your consciousness and through your awakening, and you're getting your body along. You're bringing your friends along, your family along. So you're bringing the light of God into this world, and I see you all doing that, and I think that's the big mission here. You know, whatever other souls decide to do with it, who cares? You can't care whether what you bring forth is used or not. You just be the channel. You have to be separate from the ego. You have to be separate from the effect. Here, I'm feeding you. I'm giving you the knowledge. If you choose to consume, okay. If not, okay. Because if I care, then I'm trapped. And I'm doing it out of my own ego, my own desire, and I can't do that. I'll lose the God force. And so you don't want to lose your consciousness by caring, because you already care the ultimate to absorb into the Supreme Being and let that work through you and out into and do its work, whatever it needs to do. And you're free from that. And that gives you that joy back and the ecstasy, and that, you know, you just can't care. As much as you love everything, and that's the point. You can love everything. You don't have to like everything, but you can't care. If you care, you're trapped. And as soon as you're trapped, that's another hook in you, and you start losing your joy again, because whatever you care about might not come up to your expectations. This is why you just can't care anymore. You have to let go. You can care about all life in the sense that the best thing I can do is give all life love and joy through me being joyful. And so you're all doing a good job with that. Another question is, can you maybe discuss some of the most influential books you've read? Well, I haven't read in modern times, I'll say, because I've been so involved in clinical work here. I don't read too many people anymore. People ask me if I heard about this doctor or that doctor. You know what? I really don't. I don't mean to be, you know what? I'm happy at the level. I feel that there's so much to learn, but at the same time, there's not. I'm more into herbs. If you're not using herbs and you're a physician, I don't care. I don't want to know. Do whatever. I'm not going to isolate chemistry or get into these type of ridiculous thinkings. I've done it so many times, and I come walking back going, oh, man, there again, I fell again. And so I don't get into that sort of thinking anymore. Spirituality, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of great spiritual beings new on the planet out here. The Way of Truth is a great organization. A lot of masters working with Sri Michael Owens. A good group. I'm involved in that group. I'm just so busy I don't have time. They align themselves with the Ekmasters. Anything that's above the Satnam Lok, I like to study. Hard to find that out there because there's only a couple of those involved in that. And I've talked about this before with the Radhaswami, but Paul Twitchell's work is just immense. I love Paul Twitchell's work. I love the Ekmasters, immense knowledge, immense awareness. But you know what? J. Krishnamurti is another one. I really loved his work. But as I said earlier, you know, I trotted around philosophies of, and all types of thinking, from Nishki to Alan Watts to, you know, all levels. I studied the Jungian and Freudian things, and Jungian dream work was good. I'm still using some Jungian dream work, getting back into the actual dream and participating, become conscious in that and unfolding that way. But you know what? I think one has to then wear the robe themselves at a certain time. You know, you can study for a while, but you got to wear the robe. Okay. Time's up already. I want to finish a couple more here before I come. Do I meditate? Every second. Every second. Where do I separate and stop and meditate because I'm already in meditation? I'm trying to stay as consciously God-absorbed in every moment as I ever could, whether in meditation, in sleep. I don't try to separate those out. Once in a while I get lost in thought and I grab myself right back. So meditation should be something one loves. And so I think you should always try at every moment to be in the now and to learn how to work and relate to this world, but not be pulled into it to where you're constantly in a form of meditation. You're in the center of the Supreme Being in every moment, and you keep working from that position into surrendering more and more. I'll try to do another spiritual video and get more into that, at least what I can help you with that. I view spirituality as simplistic as I do health. Another question is, can anyone have out-of-body experiences? Absolutely. I'll say this, though. There's some very fearful people. I've noticed in a lot of the Christian communities there's a lot of fear with this, and there should never be. If anybody demonstrated out-of-body travels, it was Jesus. So no one should ever be fearful of this. And a lot of the Catholic saints and saviors, I mean, a lot of the saints, St. Pedro was his name or whatever, he was well known to be seen in many places at once. You just have a lot of this going on in the spiritual circles, whether it's Christianity, Buddhism, and Hinduism. That's what they do, so it's just incredible. That's why I do like the eastern side. You look like David Blaine, boy. That's all I got to say. Abundant joy and celebration, everyone. Yeah, I like you guys, Owen Fox. Good man. I got to pull off of this, and I haven't even cracked the surface. I apologize. I'm trying to answer some of these as I remember them to be when I went through these. And I like this. This friend of yours that said, when I'm happy with myself, I can be happy with everyone. Mwah. Absolutely, sweetheart. She's got it. She knows what she's got to do. And she's right on spot. Okay, let's see. This is Dano, man. I was wondering if I sent you a picture of my eye. Yeah, send me a picture, bro. If you guys send me a picture, one day I'm going to try to get Chris and Drew in here and help me do you a small segment on iridology, and I'll show you what I've learned above what I think's out there. And try to show you a little bit. Iridology is another simple science. I like to keep things simple. Cut through the chase, keep things simple, because it's the greatest tool I found on the planet in helping you to see the degree. What I'm teaching you is what causes everything. Easy to understand, but the degree of the problem. And the other thing is the connection between the pituitary and all the other endocrine glands. Some things need that camera to be answered, and the depth of the problem is one of them. So I'll try to do my best with this camera. I don't know what we're capable of showing, but if I can give you a lesson on iridology, I certainly will do that. And I'll try to pull that off soon. Hey, Nick, man. Thanks, Rock, man. Let's see. The Maya is incomprehensible. Absolutely. Like your thoughts, bro. Let me see here. Here's another one up here for asthma. Bad. All right, now this is a bad one. Now I've got some real important ones here. Jesus criminy! I'm just so backed up. I'm going to try it. Friday I'll be in here, so I'm going to shoot videos. I've got a friend that's doing tile work in here, and I'm going to be here. I'm going to try to shoot videos all afternoon and try to get this caught up. I know it's a couple days away for you, but I'm overwhelmed, and it takes me a little while to address each one of these. It's not a quick thing, so apologize and hang in, bear with me, guys. Now this poor soul, she is this a female friend of yours? Has asthma so bad, yeah, that she can barely breathe at times. That's really scary. I'll be done. Now we're going to do this one.
I've got questions before you.
Okay, all right. Just give me. I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
They like to beat me like a stick out there. They don't understand. She has 4 inhalers. Oh my God! And these inhalers are so cancer causing. You know it. She gets so depressed. I don't blame her, the sweetheart. Oh my God. Okay, and they're making her have heart palpitations. Okay, now that Skype stuff. Thanks, man. Yeah, that Skype is good stuff. I like that Skype. Yeah. Yeah, we started using Skype here. Oh, hello everybody. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I'm coming on board here. But I'm still trying to run these videos down. I only have a few minutes here. They'll probably come wring my neck. But I want to get this as much out to you as I can here, especially with this one guy that made this comment, reward honesty. I find that an interesting name for yourself when you have this kind of mentality. We wear our consciousness on our sleeves, don't we? So this you said, so when a wheelchair-bound suffering person comes to you for help, you tell him that he did something to deserve this and it's karma. What's your comment? What a misguided load of bullcrap. I think one of the things, and I think I'll do a spiritual video on this, is one of the things I find kind of sad, and I think this is one reason man's kind of out of control. Because one of the most controlling mechanisms that creation has in itself is what the Hindus and the Buddhists call karma. Of course, Jesus said it very simply as you reap what you sow. That's really more direct at what it is. So if you're a Christian, you reap what you sow. If you're a Hindu or a Buddhist or what, it is karma. It's just a quicker word. And then if you're an atheist, it's the law of physics. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. So in whatever field your belief system's in, there is this law that you have to understand. I don't look at people with that in mind and say, oh, bad karma. I've joked about it with some people before, and we get a good laugh out of it because I feel the same way about myself.